Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Claudine Nsongo. I am a doctorally prepared nurse practitioner, and today we are going to talk about something very common that we've all faced in our life in one way or another. So what are you talking about today, Miss Nsongo? Alright, today we are going to talk about grief. So what is grief? Grief is a universal human experience. It's a profound and complex journey through the depths of loss and sorrow. It manifests differently in each individual. It's a unique dance of emotions and thoughts of grief. Grief is like a silent gush of wind. It sweeps into our lives unexpectedly. It arrives in many forms, from the loss of loved ones to the shattering of dreams. Each instance brings its unique shades of darkness. The room that was once filled with laughter now echoes with the silence of absence. The first step into the world of grief is often tentative, like stepping onto an unsteady bridge. Here we will explore 5 stages of grief, not as a linear progression, but as a free-flowing river that can meander and loop. These stages include denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. They are not fixed destinations, but rather guideposts onto the path of healing. Join me today as we dive into this emotional odyssey and navigate into the turbulence of waters of grief. So the first stage is denial. In the beginning, we often find ourselves in the soothing embrace of denial. It's the mind's way of shielding us from the overwhelming reality of loss. We may believe that loved ones will return, that this is all a terrible dream, or that the world will soon revert back to normal. Denial is a gentle protective fog that allows us gradually to absorb the truth. Stage 2, anger. As denial begins to dissipate, anger emerges like a storm. It's a raw, primal emotion directed towards anyone or anything that we believe caused our loved ones or failed to prevent it. We might rage at fate, at anyone, or at heavens. Anger can be uncontrollable, but it's a sign that we are moving deeper into our grief and acknowledging the pain we feel. Stage 3, bargaining. In the quiet moments of grief, we may find ourselves making deals with the universe. Bargaining is a desperate attention and an attempt to regain control or revert the loss. We might promise to change ourselves, our lives, or even give up something that we previously might want to exchange for what we've lost. Bargaining is a temporary sanctuary where hope still flickers, but it's often followed by a stack of realization. Stage 4, depression. Depression descends like a heavy shroud, weighing down our hearts and our minds. This is where we confront the full extent of our pain and sorrow. It's a profound sadness that seems bottomless, where we withdraw from the world, unable to find joy or purpose. In this stage, the depths of despair can feel unbearable, but they are an essential part of the healing process. Stage 5, acceptance. With time, patience, and self-compassion, acceptance eventually arrives. It doesn't mean we've forgotten our loved ones, our loss, or stopped loving those who are gone. It means we've integrated our grief into our lives. We found a way to carry it with us, to honor the memory of those and that, so we can move forward with the resilience of acceptance. Acceptance is not the end of grief, but a new beginning, where we learn to live with our loss. The 5 stages of grief are not a roadmap, but a compass, guiding us through the unpredictable terrain of our emotions. Grief can be an incredibly challenging and personal experience, but there are strategies that can help you navigate. Here are 5 tips for surviving grief. Number 1, allow yourself to grieve. It's essential to grieve yourself. Give yourself permission to grieve. Grief is a natural response to loss, and everyone experiences differently. Don't try to suppress your emotions or rush them through the process. Allow yourself to feel sadness, anger, guilt, or whatever emotions that come with it. It's okay to cry and mourn the loss of your own, and in that way, you'll face it at your own pace. Number 2, seek support. You don't have to go through grief alone. Reach out to friends and family. Remember those who provide emotional support and listening ears. consider joining a support group. Seeking professional help from a therapist or a counselor can be beneficial. Talking about your feelings and sharing your experiences can be immensely healing. Allow yourself time to be able to open up. This may be challenging and takes time to develop, as you have to develop trust and share your feelings. Number 3, take care of your physical health. Grief can take a toll on yourself, being physically and well-being. Make an effort to maintain a healthy routine by eating nutritious meals, maintaining a regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. Physical self-care can help you better cope with the emotions. Be watchful for signs that may indicate a toll on your life. Number 4, create rituals and memories. Finding ways to honor and remember the loved ones, things you have lost, can be comforting. Create rituals and traditions that celebrate their life, such as lighting a candle, visiting a special place, or keeping a memory journal. These activities can help you keep the memories alive in a positive way. Number 5, be patient with yourself. Grief is not a linear process, and it doesn't have a set timeline. Be patient with yourself and allow yourself to recognize that healing takes time. Don't judge yourself for having good days or bad days. It's normal to have memories and moments when you feel like you're making progress, and others when you feel like you're embarking back and taking steps behind. Embrace the journey and allow yourself to heal at your own pace. In conclusion, remember that grief is a unique and personal experience, and there is no right or wrong way to go through it. Be compassionate to yourself and allow yourself to navigate this challenging journey. And don't hesitate to seek professional help if you find yourself struggling with coping. Grief is a journey that defies neat categories and linear timelines. It's a deeply personal experience, evolving process, and it's okay to revisit these stages, to backtrack, or even to pause in one for a while. In time, with support and self-compassionate, we can navigate this journey and find healing on the other side. So, if you find yourself grieving, know it's a normal process. Don't give yourself timeline because it can take a while. We all grieve differently. Some people can grieve for a day, some people for a week, some people for months, or even years. As we mentioned, there is no timeline on this. Give yourself time to grieve, and know what? You're not alone. Always seek help if you need it. Till next time, peace out.